On Thursday, April 18th, the Chicago Cubs will be celebrating Jackie Robinson Day at Wrigley Field, with a portion of the proceeds from ticket sales going directly to the Support Group, a Chicago-based nonprofit helping underserved youth.
And joining us now with more is the founder of the Support Group, Benny Henry, and Senior VP of Communications and Community Affairs for the Cubs, Julian Green. Gentlemen, thank you for coming in and talking with us about this occasion. So, Benny, I should start. Julian, you sit on the Support Group's board. So I imagine that's how the connection came about between the Cubs and the Support Group.
Yeah, Benny's been doing some really great work over the last 30 plus years. But one of our goals at the Chicago Cubs is to be a good neighbor. And that's just not to be a good neighbor on the north side or in Lakeview.
Okay.
We want to have our impact across the city. And so what we do with Jackie Robinson Day is select an organization to be the beneficiary of the special ticket offer. And this year we decided to have Benny's group, which obviously I'm very close to my heart. And we wanted to make sure we leveraged our platform to help this really great organization.
All right, so Benny, tell me a little bit about what the organization does, because you guys have been around for a hot second.
For quite some time,
Yeah.
yes. Thank you for this opportunity to get a chance to talk to you about it. Well, we are about doing many programs, violence prevention, reentry programs, different things we've been doing for over 33 years, just trying to make better citizens of the kids in the city of Chicago, basically.
Started by Tim Hardaway Sr. and yourself, right?
Absolutely. Founded by Tim Hardaway and myself, the Hall of Famer Tim Hardaway Jr.
Yeah.
Yes. Senior, because there is a junior,
yeah,
right?
there's a junior. He's doing real well right now.
Yeah.
Yes, very much so. And it's not, the focus is not about basketball, obviously.
Baseball.
No, basketball, because Tim Hardaway played
yes,
basketball.
sorry, yes.
So what else do you do in the way of helping the kids to think about a future beyond that basketball court or the baseball diamond?
Well, actually, that's a great point. What my focus is about, I hate to say it, my marketing people tell me don't say it, has nothing to really do with sports. I just use sports as a bait to get the kids in. Once I get them into my presence, I educate them with things like I said, different type of program, YPAM program, lunch with a leader, just different things to make them understand that if I could do it, you can do. Give an opportunity to be able to succeed in life. So that's the main focus about what we try to do as far as the support group is concerned.
How young are you getting to some of these kids?
It varies from grammar school all the way till we follow them through college, the whole 9 yards. So once we get involved with you, we just don't get involved with you and then you're just gone. We get involved with you to where once we get involved with you, we make sure that we do all we can to follow you throughout your career to make sure you be good citizens.
Yeah, and Julian, what attracted you to the support group?
For the same reasons that Benny mentioned, it was just really through after-school programs, really touching these kids. You know, there are a lot of really good organizations doing really good things, but, you know, grassroots organizations are the lifeblood of really trying to make an impact in the city. And so when you're going after these kids and touching them, getting to them after school, and like you said, following through high school, that's really the impact. It's developing these relationships that can be lifelong bonds that we just see and grow. And these kids are just so amazing. We're just happy to support it.
Yeah.
And Jackie Robinson Day is a big day at Wrigley, so it makes sense to have these kids look up to this leader.
Yeah, when we talk about Jackie Robinson, we talk about resilience and commitment and discipline. And these are the same things that we're trying to teach these kids every day to give them a better chance. It wasn't just about the celebrity on the baseball field. Yes, it was about being the first African-American to break the color barrier, but it's the things that he had to go through to persevere to make sure that he was not only making himself, but this community and this country a better place.
And Benny, I imagine some of the kids that have gone through your program over these 30-plus years have come back and helped.
My philosophy on this whole thing is peer-to-peer mentoring. That's why I encourage myself about the programs that we basically do. Well, I'm honored to be involved with this whole thing is that I'm totally about discipline. So this young man, Jackie Robinson, if you can imagine the discipline that it took for him to be able to stand everything that he went through back in that day, that's why I'm glad to be able to bring about 200 kids down here to let them see the discipline that I preach all the time and what it takes to be a good citizen out here. That's why I'm honored to bring kids from the north side to the south side to bring them down and to let them get a chance to be involved with a person that did nothing but stick to what he was doing and had nothing but courage to be able to stand this. That's what I preach to these young adults.
Well, and I imagine you're always looking for more volunteers, more kids who want to get involved. How do people get in touch with you to help out?
So my website is called thesupportgroup.org. You can always look at the website. If you want to get involved, just make sure you just give a call, go to the website, give us a call, come down. We're always looking for volunteers to get involved because I believe in peer-to-peer mentoring, and individuals getting involved to help these young kids out here.
Okay, Julian, real quick, on the 18th, what's taking place?
Yes, Jackie
other than
Robinson
the
Day
game.
special ticket offer. We're going to have a number of activities, pre-game ceremonies. We will have our Jackie Robinson Scholars. They'll sing the 7-inning first stretch. We're going to celebrate our most valuable diverse business partner. We're always looking to partner with diverse businesses, MBWE companies, and so we'll celebrate one of our own vendors that day. But it's going to be a really great day. So we want people to go to Cubs.com, click on the special ticket offer to make sure that the support group gets credit.
Yes.
And we're going to do a lot, not only for this organization, but really celebrate Jackie and his legacy.
Fantastic.
Gentlemen,
That's awesome.
thank you so much. We have the information up there on our screen. Congratulations to you, and thank you for coming in, Julian.
Thank
I
you so
appreciate
much.
it.
Thank you.
Thank
both.
you. Thank you.